There be so many little mad hoes out here, man. Why you so mad, baby? Why? I be having these hoes mad. Come here, sis. Hoes mad. 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 I pull up in that old jack. Hold fast. I got these bitches staring, comparing. If that's your girl, not sharing. That's past tense. I be flexing. I say, baby, why you hating? And you wanna drink my liquor, but I ain't even tripping. Please pass me a swisher. Smoking dope till I get hiccups. I think I need a pickup. So wanna pick me up, cause these pills got me real high up. But these hoes mad. Hoes mad. I think I fucked up best friend, a cousin. I got these bitches staring. They fighting. They texting me some weird shit. Oh man. Hoes mad. 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 Oh man. Oh man. I'm bustin' hard in the cold flesh. Pull up fast. Two bitches try to set me up. Almost blast. 15 up in that pocket rocket. Bitch think fast. I can't go. Yes, I gotta keep it on me. Bitch, I'm going out like Tony. I heard these bitches sneak and try to get me back my lonely. I'm a dumb bitch, not a dummy. I'm out about some money. And what the fuck the liquor drinking hit me till I'm scummy. But whole time, I'm flexing hard like Busta Rhymes. You work the dime. I'm all about my peso, yeah, yo. Need all man. Yo, bitch, she on my other line. Press the climb. Hoes mad. 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 Hoes mad.
Welcome to the EdgeStream, the edgiest live show I know. The following show is a satire, and all characters appearing are fictitious in nature. Any resemblance to real persons living or dead are purely coincidental. Narcs are not welcome. Viewer suicide is advised.
I heard the fuck boys they wanna. I finished up I guess the niggas heard that I'm edgy. I guess they all heard that I'm edgy.
You edgy. You're now tuned in to the edgiest guy I know.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the EdgeStream. It's good to see you all. I am here at a new location right now. I just moved. I was thinking that, I didn't have enough time. I'm not going to be able to do a stream tonight. I just moved a couple days ago, but no, there's been way too much stuff that's been going on and I cannot miss it. I cannot do the world a disservice and not do a stream tonight, because with this Roe v. Wade stuff and a bunch of other stuff that is going on, there's so much funny, good stuff to cover. So we'll be getting into that. I'm thinking it's just going to be me for tonight, unless somebody in the chat that I know that has come on to my stream, or somebody that I know's streamed before is cool and wants to hop on. Maybe we could figure that out. But I think it's just going to be me for tonight, going solo. and it's going to be fun. We have a lot of shit to cover. If you guys want to hop into the Entropy chat at all, you can go there and you could give some donations if you want to get one of your chats seen and me to comment on it. Feel free to do that there, but otherwise I'll be reading any chats that I see that I could take in. So yeah, thanks Macro Strategist. He's saying my new setup looks good, looks great. This is just a temporary setup until I get my new setup into place in this new place. I didn't have enough time to unpack or do anything really, so this is just a makeshift setup that I could do with the limited time that I had. There's boxes everywhere. This place is a fucking mess. I still haven't fully moved out of my other apartment, so this place has more space, so I'm going to be able to do more stuff with this. That means alternative angles. I could do cooler shots with this. I have 2 separate studio spaces, so it's going to be fucking epic. Yeah, I had a rough weekend this weekend. I had to move in. I did have some good help from some great based friends, and I did lock myself out of my new place last night, so I had to sleep on a friend's couch. And I want to give a special shout out and thanks to that unidentified friend. He fed me deer sausage that night and some chips. And I did something to his place that I'm not going to say here, but he's not going to find out about it till it's too late. So let him find out about that in due time, and we'll see what happens. But anyways, we got a great show to get at tonight, and the ultimate question is, are hoes mad? Are hoes fucking mad or what?
Hoes mad, hoes mad.
I think they might be mad, ladies and gentlemen. I think they might be fucking mad. I think they might be absolutely seething that they cannot kill babies absolutely freely without any consequence. Just ripping them limb from limb. Those poor defenseless creatures. Well, they won't be doing that anymore, at least in some red states. Of course, this is not universal. It doesn't even affect most people, so all the seething that's been going on, it's very performative. Now, there is a lot to talk about the issue, the topic of abortion, such as what are we even really talking about here? Because the pro-life people say abortion is murder. It's murder, straight up. And the pro-choice people say, my body, my choice. Like, it's only their choice and it's not affecting anybody else. Like, specifically, one of the most defenseless people in society. The unborn and defenseless child. Now, there is, I think, a continuum of what's going on here, right? Like, you have to define things in order to have clear thinking, right? This polarization on each side where everything is an absolute, I don't think it's necessarily helpful. So, on one end, you have abortion is murder. Anything to do with abortion is absolute murder. On the other hand, you have anything to do with any limitation or restriction on being able to kill children it's tyranny, it's fascism, it's white supremacy probably, right? This is not helpful. Of course, this plays into the overall agenda of divide and conquer. It sows chaos in the world, and it's going to cause fighting, and it's going to cause disruption in our society, and ultimately, I'm obviously on the side of let's protect the unborn child, right? I feel like the pro-choice cult is like a cult of death, almost, in that you know, they promote and they glorify bad decisions, like very consequential decisions, and it's ultimately death and antinatalism. It's nihilistic in a way. It's almost psychopathic and sociopathic depending on how far you go with it. However, I think there is a difference between like what stage of it you are at, right? Like for example, Edgy D gets with the hose. That's just the thing, I don't know. It might be a sin to fornicate, to make whoopee outside of wedlock. It might be a sin, but I don't care. I'm kind of badass like that. I'm kind of I'm a little bit out of control. And I give the hose a good dicking down. And hell, if I'm busting a nut on some bitch's face, I'm not going, oh no! Oh no, you're swallowing all my children! No! Millions of children are getting genocided by you! What are you doing? You fucking whore! And start beating her face in because, like, what do you do when somebody kills millions of babies at once? You beat their fucking face in. No, I'm not gonna beat that whore's fucking face in. I'm probably gonna slap her with my dick. And that's the kind of conversations that we need to have as a society, right? We need to determine what we are actually talking about here. Now, in the Christian religion, I believe, I haven't read the scriptures, and nor could I be fucked to do it. But I believe life begins at conception, according to scriptures. Now we're working with something, right? So you have something like contraception, where like, yeah, I'll fuck a girl with a condom on, and if she makes the bad decision of going on birth control, maybe I'll raw dog it. It is what it is. But of course, I have to make that decision. Is she trustworthy? Is she actually taking it? Right? Am I willing to take that risk? And am I willing to take care of the child if that risk backfires on me? And this isn't, like, it's not very likely that it's going to backfire on me if I'm taking these precautions. So most people who say, oh, things happen, it goes through the condom, it bypasses the contraception. Bull fucking shit. 99% of the time, these people are being irresponsible. They're not taking it, they're not paying attention to the state of their condoms. They're raw dogging it. They're playing the pull-out game, or they're just, they're drunk when they do it and they don't know what the fuck's going on. So, when you hear a chick talking that shit, you know that most of the time they're full of fucking shit. Especially if they're a whore, then they're especially full of shit. Okay, guys? She says that it passed through the condom and you're one of those 99, you're that 1% chance. And you have to recognize that pregnancy, it still has a relatively low risk even when you raw dog it. So you got to think about the chances. You got to use those statistics. You can't just hashtag believe all women. Right? You got to protect yourself out there, guys. You got to be safe when you're dicking down these hoes. But yeah, these are the philosophical questions that we need to ask ourselves. Like, at what point is it unacceptable? Because I would say if I wear a condom and I nut in that, that's acceptable. Maybe if she has birth control, I would not want any girlfriend or wife of mine to be taking birth control because it'd probably make them fucking crazy. It'd probably fuck them up with all the chemicals that they have in that. Now, you don't want to be doing that. So, yeah, you got to think of what's going on there. And now I've seen from friends trying to inform me and show me what an abortion looks like at, say, I don't know, what was it, 8 weeks, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months? And it was absolutely disgusting. I can't believe, like, you would think it's a seamless thing, and like the baby just poofs into thin air, right? Well, that's what the media wants you to think. No, they rip the baby limb from limb, sucking each limb out one at a time, and then the head last. And it is absolutely disgusting, and you do not want that on your conscience. Now, at the same time, does life begin at conception? Is Plan B an abortion? Now, of course, you could just be a Chad and be like, nope, abortion is murder. Y'all are baby killers. And that's a pretty Chad statement to make. You put your foot down, and I respect that. But are you going to go? Are you going to be willing to put those murderers to justice? These are all questions you need to ask yourself. These are all the philosophical questions that we should be actually talking about instead of having this hyper-polarized conversation. But of course, I'm just asking for too much right now. And this is not what we're going to be talking about. We're not going to be talking about the philosophical issues this episode. No, we're going to be laughing at how all the hoes are mad. All the Roes are mad. Let's see if what people are saying in the chat. We have Doug Good Times, Jason 73. Hell yeah. We have a few more people. Kirk Blackadar. Uh-oh, Doug. It seems like one of my loyal wrenches in the chat, Doug, is kind of... He's mad. Not just hoes mad tonight. Now I have the ultra-conservative Doug who uses all caps with every comment that he makes. Edgy, it's not too late to ask Jesus for forgiveness. That's what I imagine you sound like when you're using all caps. Repent, my son. And then he says, they used to call me Raw Dog in high school in normal letters, not all caps. So I have to admit I have to come to the conclusion that he's a troll. Man Bear Pig saying Raw Dog. Hell yeah. They used to call me Horsecock in high school. Okay, we got somebody who wants to come on. Let's see what we could do. You know what? In order to hype this up, I'm going to get a song going. A song that is very relevant to what we're going on, and we'll talk about it a little because it's epic. And then I'll get my guest on for the night. And then we'll get into some shit, okay? Okay, motherfuckers?
Christians,
all right.
people of
all right. They call me Raw Dog Edgy.
Millions of people, men and women, Republicans, Democrats, Christians, people of all faith have benefited from access to safe abortion in this country. Abortion is a moral good.
Hey, cut that off. Man, y'all shut up, you bunch of dummies.
Y'all got it wrong. Roe v. Wade, y'all crazy. What kind of drugs y'all on? What y'all smoking? You wanna kill a baby in the womb? Not cool, now y'all are done. No more fun, you pink-haired demon, we making you run. You kill another baby and I'm getting my gun. Get the brave and I'm sending you straight to the sun. Y'all got it wrong. Roe v. Wade, y'all crazy. What kind of drugs y'all on? What y'all smoking? You wanna kill a baby in the womb? Not cool, now y'all are done. Y'all are sick. No more fun, you pink-haired demon, we making you run. You kill another baby and I'm getting my gun. Get the brave and I'm sending you straight to the sun. You pink-haired devil. I know you probably had several. You do wanna kill him cause you never wanna settle. You better hit the brakes, no more pedal to the metal. We overturning Roe v. Wade, it's no debate, it's evil. We so enraged, we motivate the people. You lucky Jack, you made it past the fetal. We bucking back, let's make this crap illegal. Yes, no more killing babies in the womb. Let's burn it down with the sound of a boom. I got the fire, if you got the fume, we can send them so high they will fly to the moon. I'm in the mood not to play. Millions are dead because Roe versus Wade. You blaming the man but not closing your legs. Now you don't have the option, there's no more to say. Crickets.
Back to that stunning breaking news. Politico obtaining a draft opinion from the Supreme Court that would overturn Roe versus Wade. We've got panicked, scared women across this country.
You panic because you can't kill your kid? Y'all sick. Y'all got it wrong. Y'all got it wrong. Roe v. Wade, y'all crazy. What kind of drugs y'all on? What y'all smoking? You wanna kill a baby in the womb? Not cool, now y'all are done. Y'all are sick. No more fun, you pink-haired demon, we making you run. Kill another baby and I'm getting my gun. Get the brave and I'm sending you straight to the sun.
I really didn't come in here to argue.
Tell me you really even are you? Said a man is a woman can define what a woman really is, but now y'all finna start to talk about defending women's rights. All of a sudden they changing overnight. Democrats with the trap was about to collapse. Midterm was a rap, regards I'm in the clap. On the verge of victory, Roe v. Wade finna be history. Combined to all the satanic witchery, sacrifice a little baby so ostensibly. Out of concern for the women in the talk.
Shut up.
It's a burden by default. More than 50 years been up on to get it overturned. Had the right to kill the innocent is what you really
Y'all got it wrong.
Y'all crazy.
Roe v. Wade, y'all crazy. What kind of drugs y'all on? Why y'all smoke? You wanna kill a baby in the womb? Not cool. Now y'all are done. Y'all are sick. No more fun, you pink-haired demon. We making you run. You kill another baby and I'm getting my gun. Get the rape and I'm sending you straight to the sun. Y'all got it wrong. Roe v. Wade, y'all crazy. What kind of drugs y'all on? Why y'all smoke? You wanna kill a baby in the womb? Not cool. Now y'all are done. Y'all are sick. No more fun, you pink-haired demon. We making you run. You kill another baby and I'm getting my gun. Get the rape and I'm sending you straight to the sun. What a beautiful moment. It's not set in stone, but I know that the abortionists can feel the walls closing in on them.
These Republicans try to tell me what to do with my body? Well, I've got news for you. I've had 21 abortions, and it was glorious!
Y'all got it wrong. Roe v. Wade, y'all crazy. What kind of drugs y'all
Grab him by the youth.
You wanna kill a baby in the womb? Not cool. Now y'all are done. No more fun, you pink-haired demon. We making
I think this rap song did it. I think this rap song right here overturned Roe v. Wade. Hello. Okay, so we have a guest here tonight. I'm just gonna get him on here in 1 second. There we go. All right, I'm gonna pull you up here, get you as full screen as I can. I was not expecting this. How you doing, man? Can we hear you?
Oh, I can't see anything on my end.
Oh, you can't?
No.
Okay, hold on. Just trying to get you enlarged here.
But I'm doing pretty good. I was
There you
out to the pub with a few bros. I didn't think I would be back in time to make the show, and then I did, and figured I'd come on. You know, it's a pretty funny time. We've got woke progressives seething, and it's pretty funny.
Of course, man. Sorry, I almost got you.
Yeah, it's all good.
There we go. Okay, I'm gonna get you over here too now. Yeah, man. Roe v. Wade overturned. Okay, I think I got you on both here. One second, just bear
Sorry,
with me.
audience. We have some last-minute boomer tech issues. Some fucking Zoomer tech issues, rather.
It's all right. We almost got you.
Now I'm curious what you did at Buddy's house last night. I think you've got him you've got him concerned.
Good. All right, I think it's about as good as I could get it without fucking it up more.
Okay,
all right.
I still can't see you.
You can't see me? All
no.
right. 1 second. I got you, bro. There, can you see me?
There we go. All right.
We're in business. All right, we got a co-host for the night. Fuck yeah.
Let's go.
We got Greg Arcade in the chat. How's it going, buddy? Yeah. Doug saying come and get it is so good. It is a fucking banger. It is a cult classic, to be honest. Come and get it. That is something that Canada has not had yet. An outlaw country song putting up its own Second Amendment rights, if you know what I mean. I love it. All right. Well, I guess we're going to get right back into it.
Yeah, let's get
You
into
heard
it.
my philosophical statements. You know that I'm very nuanced. Edgy D is nuanced. I think that it's okay to bust a nut on a chick's face, and that's not genocide of white babies if you do that. If she sucks the nut right out your dick, that's not genocide. That's not murder. That it actually feels really good.
Okay.
So, I just want to make some classic centrist take right there. I don't want anybody to think I'm too far right. I enjoy a good dick suck. Oh, I enjoy getting my dick sucked. Okay.
Yeah.
So
gotta clarify.
yes. So the question we're asking tonight, the big question is: are hoes mad?
Hoes mad. Hoes mad.
Now, what do you think, Scuffed? Mr. Scuff. Oh, Mr. Scuff loyalist, by the way. I was so flustered by everything.
It's all good. It's all
Okay,
good.
yeah. Are hoes mad? Do you think that the hoes are indeed mad? Or maybe they're sad?
Mad,
or
bro.
are they rad? Are the hoes rad?
I
Are
think
they
that-
bad? Hoes can be bad.
Oh, fuck.
Well, I'm glad. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm glad too. I
Okay.
am definitely glad.
Well, let's get the Edgy D exclusive scoop. You're not gonna see this anywhere else, including not on the internet where I download it from. Hoes, in fact, indeed being mad. So let's check it out.
Let's roll the clip.
So is it her choice or is it the baby's choice? And what is up with that brain? Is that SSRI damage? Is that actual belief in being the absolute right to kill a baby? What is going on?
I can't. You're silent, bud. Your mic's fucked.
I'm silent.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just me. I can barely hear you now.
Interesting.
There you go. Sounds a bit better. I think that's fucking Twinkie damage, bro. That's what happens when you fucking eat too much refined sugar.
Okay, is my mic better now?
Yeah,
Mic.
You're perfect.
Am I still muted, Greg and Jason? Okay. I think I'm good. Yeah, I was having mic problems before I started, but I think it's good now.
Who's this this guy with the mic?
He's from CPAC. I have no idea. He's
Okay.
probably just going out there to troll them and get a reaction like this. So yes, indeed,
It's too easy.
hoes are mad. Now, this one is the one that got me, that did me in, and I was like, okay, this is amazing. I have to stream.
Oh fuck. Yeah, this
so
one.
yeah. So you guys can all see that, and you all can hear me now. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
So Dallas woman twerking for abortions. What the fuck? Shaking that ass so could kill her babies. Proud to be a hoe and not to be ladies. Now that sounds like a pretty dope song. Tyson James, get on that, man. That's your follow up to Roe v. Wade. So let's see what's going on here. There's so much going on in this video. You could write an essay. This should be in a time capsule. When aliens want to see why we failed as a human species and we ultimately became extinct, I think this would be this would either be exhibit B or C. I don't know about exhibit A, but at least B or C. Second or third in command. Now check it. Whitish chick slapping the badonkadonk of a twerking pro baby killing. We got a baby who wasn't killed, who was lucky enough to not get caught in the crossfire over here. Can you see my mouse at all?
No.
Okay. Well, anyways, you can see on the left side of the screen, there's a mother like, yes, killing babies is good, while her baby is just frowning. It's like, what is going on? No. I can barely talk and I know this is wrong. No. Sorry, she's a little girl. She's not retarded. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But they're like, oh my god, she's doing the butt thing. Yes. Oh, that's sexual assault, by the way. And then that like every part of it, it's just like a chubster, a gunt. Is that what we call a gunt? A cunt and a got? With chains, a chained up gunt. She's got chains to you know, with what do you call it? Withhold, contain. She's got chains to contain her gunt, and we got this assless. I don't know what it is yet. TBD, to be determined. An assless TBD. Okay, we never get to know. Oh, and we got more bots. Oh shit. Oh, what's this? We got okay, I don't know if that's a guy or a girl in the green hat. It's okay. It's 2023. Now, what about this thing? Bro, is that okay, come on. What is your expert analysis as
which one?
As a based guy with what do you call those glasses again?
Pit vipers.
As a base sorry, I had a brain fuck right there. I had a brain rape. As a base guy with pit vipers, what is your analysis on the gender identity of this? Let's
Which
just call
one?
it. Let's call it a this
The
slash
one in
thing.
green?
Yeah, the
thing
one in the green, the thing in the middle with the huge badinkadink, and like the lip.
I think it looks
It's
like
got tits.
disproportionate.
Yeah, it's
Like, that looks
disproportionate.
fake.
It looks like a man, but the tits are huge. So that's either a guy on some fucking estrogen or something. You're an endocrinologist by trade, right?
Yeah, that's true. It looks to me like that fucking person took a trip down to Mexico and got like someone's fucking body parts chopped off and sewn on their ass or something. Like that doesn't look proportionate to me.
Is this a potential crime here?
I think it is.
Oh shit. Well. Okay, this is a great one.
There's a
Look at that face there. He is in the raw. He came for Hippie Fest to get some pussy, to get some. He was looking to come nut in some pussy, and get use abortion as contraception. But now he's in for a bit more than he bargained for. He's the drummer guy. Like he's not actually drumming. He's hitting a stick against a fucking. What they call a drum. He's not actually doing anything musical.
Snare drum or
A
something
snare,
like
yeah.
that.
Sorry, you have.
Yeah, nothing's worse than these dudes that like come to these like fuck fringe progressive movements to like get with these fat hoes that are like deranged. It's like nice way to lower your standards, bro.
Well, bro, game recognized game. Like, look at all the betas that are at this thing.
Yeah.
If you can just scope out the hot chick and then just imagine how dumb the hottest chicks are there. They could get easy raw dog.
Fair.
And if you have a vasectomy,
Am I doing it wrong? Is this the play?
Well, let's see. Is this worth it? So we have this guy over here on the right with the white shirt.
I think he gets embarrassed with himself. You got right.
So here we have this guy. He's ripping ass. Oh, and this guy, you can see him here. He's like swatting it away. Like, oh, the stanky ass, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. This is not what I signed up for. I signed up for the raw dog coach. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Stanky. And then we have Post Malone over here. This is like Post Malone. Physiognomy over here for sure. This guy's a wigger. He's having a good time. If there's anybody who's redeemable so far, it's this guy. He's parodying the apes that are in this video, and I don't mean apes as in that they're black. I mean, like, here, let me show you what I mean. Okay, sorry, I gotta clarify or else I'm gonna sound racist. And we can't sound racist. That's absolutely unacceptable. Sorry. This is the origins of twerking. As we can see here, a female gorilla in estrus I don't know what that means. I think it means in heat in gorilla speak, trying to seduce her mate. So a female gorilla in heat trying to seduce her mate. So that is the origins of twerking. And that is why I call all these people monkeys. Apes, gorillas, primates, subhumans. It's because they are doing the dance of a primate. So, yeah. That's an Edgy D fact check. Anyways, back to the video at hand here. We're in the second chapter. Oh, okay. We have a he them with glasses. I think that's the intellectual of the movement there, with the gigantic jugs in the midsection. Oh, there we go. I think you're not supposed to use your legs when you're twerking that much. So I think that them right there needs some practice. This is my favorite. This fucking pig right there is living her best life. You know, I'm only calling her a pig because I fucking love bacon and I love this chick. Right? Let's fucking go! She managed to be the least cringe out of all these people. And now somebody, I threw this
sure
up.
About that?
Bro, I'd hit it. Would you hit it?
I don't know.
There's plenty to hit,
so.
You know, plenty crevices. A lot of, if you get creative, you could make all sorts of vaginas out of that thing. Anyways, somebody showed me something that I missed on my first glance. There's literally somebody slithering down the hill here. Look, you see on the left?
Yeah.
This thing slithers down the hill. Now, I think they, them is identifying as their worm self, as a wormkin, and they're slithering down the hill. Now, if I wasn't so woke, I wouldn't have known that. But you learn something new every day, and I'm just so glad to get educated by these new gender ideologies that are just expanding my mind and making me, like, literally a better person.
Welcome to the 2020s.
Yeah, hell yeah, motherfucker. I think I'm a pig sexual after seeing this chick and seeing her vibe. Alright, enough of my Coomer brain, okay?
Yeah, enough of this video. I can't take it anymore.
You can't? No.
No.
Oh, well, let's see what people in the chat are saying. Edgy D loves slaughtering these piggies. Edgy D loves frying their bacon. Edgy D loves pulling their pork. Edgy D loves bogging their hog. Well, thank you. Thank you, Doug, for those insights. I can agree with all of those, and I'm just glad that you didn't use all caps locks for once in your life. Zebek's Demise is saying, don't take me to this nightclub. Okay, no, that was a day club. That was clearly... This is the future of protests. You know, it's not a protest unless you're getting naked. Okay? At least if you're on the left, it's not a protest unless you're getting fucking naked. Or maybe, I don't know if it's a left thing or if it's just a woman thing.
Yeah, I think it might be the latter. Actually,
apparently this is in Dallas. I think it's a bit of column A and column B. So she writes, I am 6 out of 10. Keep abortion safe. And luckily she has paint on her nipples. Now, I don't know what she means by 6 out of 10. I would say that she is very cocky, a little bit too confident in herself. 6 out of 10. What would you say, Mr. Pit Vipers? Yeah, maybe drop
That
those
looks
down.
like a fucking underage child. No.
Okay, well maybe we should
comment
scroll.
out of 10.
Maybe we should scroll down a bit then. Thank you for that clarification.
Pit Vipers doesn't comment on CP.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying. I can't tell the difference sometimes. I see some tits. I try to say big, small, big or small, I love them all. You know, I don't body shame, but if you're saying that's a kid, I'm going down. You know, it's on Twitter. Twitter is the one that's hosting this, if anything. You know, take it up with Elon if you want to charge me, okay? But Pit Vipes over here.
Is that still even a thing? I don't even know if he's buying Twitter anymore.
Yeah, I think it might have just been a psyop.
Yeah.
Rolo Tomasi is saying they always get naked, and that's true. Whenever these women are like, it could be like,
well, it's like
George Floyd getting knee-necked. They'll get fucking naked. They'll twerk. They'll fucking whip their tits out. It's crazy, man.
What do you think?
Imagine it was like dicks out for Harambe was a joke. Now I'm thinking we should have actually taken our fucking dicks out.
What do you think happens when the sole value of like most of these or women is their body, is all they have?
Well, I think this value already ran out. I think is this like a World Vision commercial for European countries? I'm not sure.
Fucking hit the wall before they hit the age of majority.
Oh, yeah, I guess, you know, they're getting more mature earlier in the West, I guess, now. Which means they're going through the cycle of life way sooner, you know? Like, imagine being her son, she's not going to have one, or her daughter, and seeing this.
Yeah, I would be ashamed of myself.
It doesn't even make sense. This is an incoherent statement.
Could you imagine growing up and seeing pictures of your mom like that? Like, oh my fuck.
Very undignified. You know what? I'm not even gonna hit that. First of all, you said it's child porn, so I'm just gonna scroll down. Second of all, that looks like she has she has long monkeypox, right?
Is that still a thing?
Apparently, I guess. She got the monkeypox and now it's long or whatever, like long COVID. So now she's lost all that weight and her rib cage is sticking out. You know, the only girl that I want to fuck with her rib cage sticking out is Anne Frank. So, sorry.
Pretty sure she's all rib cage now.
Bro, I'd rib her cage. I'm going to show you something else, and I want to get your expert analysis. I know you're an endocrinologist.
I was just about to say, is it
7 TikTok dances you can do to save Roe v. Wade.
What?
And we gotta. If you're unperceptive, you might not notice that there's a giant clothes hanger that's the size of a human torso that's behind the check. So at first I was like, wait, did I write this article while I was on like one of my insomnia trips, like Fight Club, where I can't fall asleep, and then at night I just become like an insane unhinged leftist and I write edgy articles for the other side? Because this is what I would be doing if that was what was happening to me inadvertently, right? 7 TikTok dances you could do to save Roe v. Wade. So let's see what they wrote here. The leak that appears to show the Supreme Court ready to overturn Roe v. Wade has been confirmed to be real, and the terrible notion that Voldemort has killed Harry Potter and sentenced all of Gryffindor and Hufflepuff to evangelical forced breeding gulag is now setting in for women across the globe. So the breeding gulag, once you get enough guys come in you get sent to the breeding gulag if you're in a red state. But it's important to understand that it's a leak of a draft. So this is pre the the statement now. So you thought these hoes were mad then? Hoes are mad now. It means fighting Voldemort with every available weapon, and it means raising awareness to women on TikTok who haven't yet heard the news. And how do you do that? By dancing, of course. Here
Why
are
is
7
that the solution to everything? They just fucking dance about everything on TikTok.
Well, this is IQFY, so I don't know how commendable this is. It has no date on it. It's part of their Parenting in Society and Culture initiative, I assume. Here are 7 dances you can do on TikTok to raise awareness and save Roe v. Wade. So I don't know what this is. It's
breaking news overnight. Procedure.
I don't know. It sounds boring, but I doubt that's gonna get many views. So they could do what they want. Now we're talking bloody ass pussy. Let's fucking go.
Now from the top, make it drop. That's some wet. That's some wet. Now get a bucket.
Okay, yeah. So they're this is hypothetical. Nobody's actually doing this, thankfully. But yes, they're hypothesizing that instead of wet ass pussy, you should do bloody ass pussy. Yes, it's a wet ass pussy dance. Wet from the remains of a home cooked abortion dripping out after an encounter with a coat hanger. A coat hanger in a back alley is what most of us will be forced to resort to in a short time if we allow the Supreme Court to pass this garbage.
Imagine like taking it to that extent to like continue being a fucking degenerate whore. I'm just gonna resort to picking apart my vagina with a coat hanger in a back alley so that I could fucking take loads from Chad on the weekend.
No, I have a counter solution. I will be that back alley clothes hanger abortionist, but instead of killing the baby, we'll choke her out with the cord. I'll just kill that fucking oh, I guess that kills the baby too.
I'm all for it. Free market capitalism. Start back alley abortion fucking ventures. Start a $1 million alleyway abortion clinic.
Hell yeah, capitalism, bro. Let's fucking
market
go.
Will solve itself.
Bro, your libertarianism is showing. And I guess you can't touch this. And yeah, I guess cringe. This is the fight for bodily autonomy and the right to not become a forced breeding vessel. Now, that sounds fucking epic. A forced breeding vessel? They're putting it in incel, everything in incel terms, which is amazing, too.
A forced breeding vessel.
Yeah, right? Like, this is like pure incel. This seems like an incel wrote all of this as a parody, but I think it's a real site. It's no wonder You Can't Touch Us has become our anthem song, and moves to go with it are emerging as a symbol of our struggle. Blah, 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 blah. Finding out the gender reveal. I don't even know what they're going to say here, but I read the first one. I was like, this is going to be amazing. So the gender reveal, what does that mean? Oh, I know where this is going. It's, okay, I remember this one. Aborted! Oh, that's so funny. Well, I guess at least they have a sense of humor. Termination Tango, that is too much for me.
God is
Anyways,
watching and he does not think this is funny.
yeah,
He will smite you hoes.
you will smite them hoes. Okay, good. I'm glad that God is at least taking some initiative, because it's just like, I do not have the initiative to go and find these particular hoes and smite them myself. So I'm glad that God is going to do that for us.
You just gotta have faith.
You gotta have faith. Wouldn't it be nice if I could touch your body? It's a good song. The editor made a special comment. He said, "We have acknowledged that this may not have been the most effective tactic in this particular battle, and apologize to anyone who misinterpreted the piece. We are now in healing mode and ask for your understanding. We consider the matter closed. Stay sunny." I like that. This is me. I wrote this. I swear. I'm in healing mode. No apologize. No apologies. I'm in healing mode. Sorry, I'm healing. Bro, I can't even hear you. I'm healing right now. I'm healing from your toxicity. You got so toxic with me by criticizing my article about how killing babies with a coat hanger in an alleyway is what we have to do now, that it just got so toxic that now I'm in healing mode. I'm gonna need a couple weeks off work for healing mode. Just saying. And you're literally a rapist as an employer if you don't let me do that and give me full pay. Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah. Now, I was like, okay, is this website like a Daily Storm or troll? And I don't think so. I think this is just like pure leftist insanity. But it's not leftist enough that any mainstream media news outlet will take it up. So they're just like, oh, yeah, that's too fucked for us. But no, this is stuff that I actually learned about. So I looked at another article that they did recently on their website, and I was like, okay, well, I know what they're talking about here. They say the unbearable whiteness of the male gaze. And on the top here, they say, the male gaze is a term coined by feminist film critic Laura Mulvey in her 1975 essay, Visual Pleasure in Narrative Cinema. It describes the way in which the camera framing and shot composition in mainstream films tends to objectify and sexualize female characters while downplaying their agency. This results in a form of visual pleasure for the male viewer that is rooted in power dynamics rather than equality. Now, I majored in film studies in university, and I've heard of Laura Mulvey constantly. So they have this pseudo intellectual theory by this fucking feminist that they have to bring women into it because no women are good at anything to do with academia. So they have to, any woman that ever says anything, they have to force her into the conversation. And her theory is that whenever a woman is on camera, she's being objectified by the male viewers, and it's like a disgusting peep show. And that's literally like, I could see how that would play into some movies, but it's basically just a man hating, like, oh my god, poor women kind of ideology and a thesis that is just retarded if applied to anything more than a couple movies, like maybe Rear Window, or any movie where it's specifically voyeuristic. So this is the kind of crap that these Freudian neo-Marxist, like post-Freudian neo-Marxists build off of, where everything is a power struggle against the white Christian male, essentially. And this just plagues university, and I don't think that they would put this in an article if it was just like a troll. And they go on to say, for instance, did you know that black women are more likely to be portrayed in a sexualized manner in media than white women? This is due to the fact that black women are often seen as more sexually available, desirable.
That's questionable.
Do we have to go back to the last video? Do we? Okay, there was also some white chicks that were pretty undesirable in there, so. Yeah. Oh, due to innate curves and big booties. Okay. Fact check. If your gunt is bigger than your butt, that's not hot. That's like, you're gonna get poo stuck in your butt. And all the fat coming out of your butt. You're gonna get probably poo under your gut. Because you're so disgusting. What are you even talking? No. Yeah, if you're curvaceous and you take care of yourself, then yeah, maybe. But I don't think that black women necessarily en masse do a good job at that. Just saying. Oh, and exotic by white men. Okay, well, I'll give her that. I do have personally have a crush on Candace Owens. She is very cute. I don't know. I don't know what to say. She's got a nice smooth face. She looks like a hot alien. I don't know, man. You don't think Candace Owens is hot?
I don't think she's unattractive, but I'm not.
You don't get hard for her?
No.
Oh. Oh, I don't know. I don't know how to go about it though, you know, because like I know she's from a different place, you know. I don't know what kind of rules they have. I know she has a white husband, so I'm thinking it's something like colonizers' rights. So I'm thinking if I want to have a chance with her, I've probably got to fucking you know, I gotta kill the guy. I'm sorry. It's colonizers' rights. Then, you know, I take over. That's mine.
It's a very direct approach.
Well, hey, I'm very boorish in my mindset. Never mind. I don't. We don't need to get into that. It's a bit controversial, but you know, if anyone ever wants to call me racist, bullshit, man. Candace Owens is a piece and a half.
Okay.
Why don't you, when you're making your hit piece against me, why don't you quote that? Why don't you tell people the truth? Yeah.
I'm sitting here trying to think of the most attractive mixed
black
person,
woman that
but
you
like
know?
none are coming to mind.
Whoa, that's so fucking racist, man.
I just not off the top of my head. I can't think of any.
Well, I could understand if you don't want to like race mix because of maybe some genetic issue or something, or maybe some cultural issue. But if our dicks can't get up for a nice piece of black ass, then I don't know what is good then. I don't know what makes us all I don't know what makes us relate to each other, okay? It's fucking over if you can't get it up for Candace Owens.
Candace Owens.
well, let's see the truth. This is so funny because they actually show the truth in a random side video here. We don't need to read more about the white male gaze because it's so retarded. Like, one solution is to create media that is created by and for people of color. This would help to diversify the representations of women on screen and in print, making it more difficult for the white male gaze to capture them and put them in narrow boxes of continual objectification and sexualization. Although, whenever black women get the spotlight, they twerk. So, what do you want? Like, they're gonna do what they're going to do. But it's so funny because in this article they put this on the side. Check this out.
I'm at the beach, and I want to
Throw back to my visit to
show you
Bangladesh.
guys the beautiful view.
Can't see nothing.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I've been reading that. Okay, well, I've been quoting it, so you guys get the point.
I'm at the beach, and I want to show you guys the beautiful view. God damn, I can't even see the water.
That's what happens when a white girl goes to visit another country. Do you think that's what happens when a black girl comes to visit mommy North America?
I don't know.
Maybe if it was Candace Owens and it was me and the boys just ready to catch a race mix.
Maybe I'm inherently like less racist because I'm not trying to capture them with my gaze.
Yeah, okay, maybe your Laura Mulvey has a point here. I don't know, maybe I'm a bit of a creep. I don't know. Let's see what the chat
I
says.
think that is a fact.
Did I creep? Did I creep too hard?
I think I creep. I mean, I'm not. I mean, I am an.
Oh, Jonathan Ferguson says miscegenation is wrong. This is cringe. I don't know if it's wrong, but it could be considered degenerate in some ways.
What? What's degenerate? Misogyny?
No, misogyny.
What?
Miscegenation. I don't know. I think he's a bit of a boomer because he uses words like that. That word.
I don't even know what that word means.
Miscegenation is race mixing.
Oh, okay.
It's close to misogyny, but it's different. Misogyny.
Well, fuck it. You know where I stand on that. I'm a bit of a mixer myself.
Well, Jonathan Ferguson would call you dysgenic. Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah. It's cringe. It's cringe.
It was with a based haplogroup. Okay. Very autistic. It's a good mix.
Alstern is saying, yeah, people are fucked and there will be coat hanger abortions. These people are psychotic. I don't know. Like, I really hope.
I think he's right. There's already is coat hanger abortions.
It's pretty horrible to think of. Like, I don't even want to think of what they would be doing then. Okay, if you really are gonna do it, just go out of state and I don't know, take the consequences if you get them. Like,
yeah, I feel bad
shit.
for the baby and the mother that has to go through that. Like, that's no easy thing to do. Like that would be like that would fuck you up. I don't. It doesn't make me feel good to know that people are doing that.
Right. Yeah. There's some absolutes where there is something where it's like, I think we could maybe prevent that in some kind of way. Though, I do think that nobody should be having an abortion unless they need it.
Yeah,
you had plenty of chances. We can't be doing this as a society if we're going to survive.
Yeah, maybe we need to put some consequences on it, like every abortion your tax credit just takes a fucking dive. Every time you get an abortion, you just credit score
whore tax.
The whore tax.
The horror penalty.
Yeah. Something like that. The market will set itself straight.
The market will settle itself. Now, we've looked at some cringe. We've looked at some leftists. Why don't we take a look at the other side? Let's see. This is the episode 2. Women aren't all that bad.
Does not confer a right to abortion!
Oh my god, an actual attractive woman. Now, I don't know if this is just, they picked normal looking people, but I don't think that there are that many ugly, dysgenic, freaky, twerking, fucked up people celebrating this Roe v. Wade decision. I think it's mostly like this. Like, can you imagine a situation where it's just like a bunch of fat, dysgenic, like, yeah, don't kill babies anymore. Like, what would they wouldn't be twerking, that's for fucking sure. They wouldn't be making an embarrassment of themselves like that. So you have to think of what are these sides doing? And, you know, we have a cute girl here, and there's going to be another cute girl that comes in. And what makes me think immediately, like, well, are they only showing us the best of? And I'm looking at propaganda here. But no, I think this is probably a good representation of the pro-life side. They have a lot more dignity within them, and they present themselves in a lot better of a way, and they take care of their own bodies by not letting fucking random dudes from Tinder come inside of them all the time.
Of course.
They actually believe in consequences for their actions, and what do you know? They end up looking like a girl that doesn't have the 1,000 cocks staring in her eyes.
Some of these pro-life girls, like, warm my heart. They make me think.
They make you want to inseminate them. They make you want to impregnate them in order to carry. Yeah, carry your little pit viper child, right?
Something like that.
Christian, that's not
Something like that.
All right.
Oh my God, she's so happy to have Edgy's baby. Yes.
We're the Bostro generation, and we will abolish abortion. Pro-life is pro-woman. Pro-life is pro-woman.
Sweet Caroline. That's what me and my boys sing when we're having a guys' night out. I relate so much more to this than even Candace Owens or any of that crap. Any of those twerking gorillas from that other video. Not racist. They actually are doing the gorilla mating dance, of course. Yeah, this is so much preferable, dude. Bubbles? They got bubbles?
Bubbles? I was just about to say bubbles.
It seems like they have some funding here too, like the opposite, like a based George Soros.
Yo, Edgy, it looks like your battery's low, bro.
My battery is running low, so you know I gotta go. I'm going to a place nearby. Gotta go. Okay, I'm gonna put on that song while I change the battery. NSYNC battery. Battery is low. Sorry guys, I gotta do some technical difficulties.
New place.
Yeah, new prepared. New place, new battery. It is what it is. Yeah, we get it. These chicks they're cute. They're way more wholesome. These are the kind of girls that we want to go for. We can't be pigs like we're being right now to them when we approach them. We gotta be wholesome gentlemen. We gotta. I'm gonna lie down in the puddle in front of them so they could step on me in order to get over that puddle, because I don't want a drop of dirt on them.
Yeah, going back to the other video, laying degenerate, dumb airhead sleuts, pro-choice sleuts, because they're easy is not the play. Definitely not.
So that black guy that's getting twerked upon by fucking Post Malone there, that's not the play.
No, that's not the play. That's not the play. Nothing easy in life is the way to go. You know,
okay.
Just gotta choose the hard route.
Well,
you're not a, like, it's like that TikTok guy that says be a man. Like, take the hard route. Be a man. You're taking the easy route, you're doing it wrong.
Exactly. Do you have a better song than the one that I just thought of to play for this? Quick break.
Off the top of my head? Are you asking me to do something off the top of my head, bro?
Yeah, bro.
I don't know. I don't think I have any brain cells left. Whatever you want to play.
Okay, how about we were talking about Come and Get It by Greg Arcade before. So let's play that. Oh,
well,
yeah.
in the words of
I'll
Greg
be right
Arcade,
back.
You can fucking come and get it.
Looks like someone done gone messed up. Gonna be blood, them boys came dressed up. Heard someone's running their mouth. I heard somebody's been spreading around rumors. Figured they'd have hushed up by now, but time's up, ain't no way out. They've been making plenty of noise, but they should have known better to mess around with them boys. You on board, you said it, we got what you want, come and get it. You want blood, you said it, we got what you want, come and get it. You're looking to fight, you said it, we got what you want, come and get it. You want more, you said it, we got what you want, come and get it. Gone too far, only one way back. These boys are here for payback, so pay up or you best well stay back. What do y'all think you did? Picking a fight with them roughnecks and rednecks? You asked me, you should've just left them all alone, but you didn't. You thought this was a game. Who the hell you think you are playing? You on board? You said it. You got what you want, come and get it. You want blood, you said it. You got what you want, come and get it. You're looking to fight, you said it. You got what you want, come and get it. You want more, you said it. You got what you want, come and get it. You got what you want, come and get it. Got what you want, come and get it.
I'm back, but I'm out of focus. I'll be back. Hold on, I'm gonna fix the focus. You just flexing your guitar there too?
I don't know. I was just following your lead.
No, I was using that to get the focus correct on my camera. I needed an object here while I wasn't in front of it. Yeah, I have a Seagull guitar, my acoustic that I just showed you there, and I also have an Ibanez electric guitar that I rock out to. It's collecting some dust because I mostly just use my acoustic now. But what was that you had there?
It's my dad's old Ibanez that he was gonna throw out. And I was like, what the fuck, man? I was like, no, I'll take it.
Yeah, Ibanez gang in the house, bro.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's fucking go, man. Well, we've talked about hoes enough and abortions, and yes, abortions are cringe. Race mixing is apparently cringe. Okay, I get it. Yes. We have to keep the integrity of our genetics intact. Okay, I get it. I get it, Jonathan Ferguson. But we need to talk about some other stuff. Canada Day is coming up soon.
Yeah.
There's going to be some big events on June 30th and I guess July 1st too. And James Topp is running through Canada, and he's coming through Ottawa, running 30 kilometers to, do you know exactly what he's doing? He's running to Parliament for like 4 p.m., I believe, right?
I'm not actually exactly sure. I've been a little bit busy with things lately. I think he's going to the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier.
Okay.
Or no, that's the day before Canada Day. I'm not Canada Day seems kind of like a shit show. I'm not really sure what's going on.
Right. Well, Yeah, James Top, he started off at the Terry Fox Memorial in Vancouver in, I believe, February. And he's coming for Ottawa right on June 30th in some key areas. And Bernier is going to be running with him as well. Now, James Top, he met with some conservative MPs like a couple days ago, I believe. And I think about 15 to 20 conservative MPs initially met with him. I think it was in Parliament.
Yeah.
And then by the end, only 7 or 8 were left. And they stuck with him and took a picture, including Leslie Lewis. So that's
Very
a bit...
best.
Yeah, that's a bit of like a pre-show for the kind of support he may be having. Also, the Ottawa Citizen, I believe yesterday, put him on the front page, and they finally like recognized the entirety of what he's doing, kind of. And, you know, they just portrayed, yeah, this guy is going against the mandates, and he's marching all the way across from Vancouver to Ottawa. So he's getting some recognition, and it's going to be unignorable. Now,
Definitely.
I know the left, they're going to say things like, oh, the mandates have already been lifted. What are you talking about? Like, oh, it's just, you know, they're never satisfied. But that's not true, because Canadians who are unvaccinated are not allowed to leave the country. We're still trapped in here. And also, there's still no guarantee that we're not going to be able to... I mean, there's still no guarantee that these mandates are not going to come back.
Yeah, like they've just put them
point.
on hiatus, really, or whatever you want to call
and
it.
They put billions of dollars into this vaccine passport system worldwide. And people think that it's just over like that. It's not over. It would be over if they made laws saying that there needs to be a new precedent, that there's actually some kind of debate, some kind of methodology that goes into saying if people need to lock down in order to prevent the spread of some kind of disease. And it's going to be like far, far, far worse than what we experienced in the past 2 years. And even then, it's questionable. Even if it would save humanity, it's questionable whether they should be allowed to do it or not. But we all know that they just backtracked because Canada specifically put up a front with the Freedom Convoy and then spread worldwide. And then shortly after, all the mandates dropped worldwide. And they want to say that it was just going to happen anyways. Really? Quebec, a week before the Freedom Convoy started, their premier, Francois Legault, was saying that people were going to get charged definitely more than $500. Definitely more than $500, he said, if they want to be unvaccinated.
Yeah,
how did that change? Did the science change within a couple weeks? Within a month? Of course, people aren't following this shit, so the normies will be like, what are you even talking about anymore? No, there needs to be accountability for what happened. There needs to be accountability, and we're not saying that people need to be hung, though that would be nice. It would be nice if they were tried and executed. It would be nice. I'm not saying that needs to happen, but there needs to be some accountability at the very least. There needs to be some honesty, some transparency.
Yeah.
And we're not getting any of that. And we're not calling for people to be killed for any of that crap. We're asking to see what the heck happened and where do we go from here. based on the facts, based on open debate. Austria scraps COVID vaccine mandates, says it splits society. Where do you think the roots of that came from? Probably came from here. You know, people want to shit on Canada, but and say that we were boomer, cringe, hippie fest when the Freedom Convoy happened. I think we made waves. And if it wasn't going to be us, it was going to be somebody else, like almost immediately, to be honest. So we can't pat ourselves on the back too hard. But I think that we did take some initiative finally.
Yeah, well, I
As
mean,
Canadians.
America planned theirs like shortly after, and it didn't even seem like it was a big thing at all. Like I remember kind of being excited for it, and I feel like they kind of planned it too late. Like they scheduled, like the momentum had already kind of like dissipated. But yeah, I mean, like comparatively to our big brother next door, we really put on a better show.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think we said what was needed to be said, and I don't think America has it as bad as Canada.
Yeah.
So it didn't hit as hard. And we really had it bad, man. From September to February, I was like, what are we going to do? Like, this is absolutely fucked. And I'm one of the lucky ones in that I didn't have a job where I would get fired for this kind of thing.
Well, we were like a global outlier in some of these restrictions. Like the only country in the world that like where you couldn't like leave and shit like or like travel within your own country.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. So this guy Ian Roden, I guess he's a candidate for the PPC, a member of the People's Party of Canada. He showed this, and this just enraged me, and it makes so much sense. So you see this video clip. He says he happened upon a jab clinic on his way to the Jays game last night. If anyone is curious where the money for healthcare is going, he missed a few workers at the front, but there were at least 20. So, this is a vax clinic. Nobody in there coming to get vaxxed. 20 employees.
Okay, this is a vax.
Mostly, it seems, minorities. Now, what do you think is going on here? I think that they're pumping money into these clinics, and all these people are being paid full-time. They're paying minorities to do this. They're not competent at anything, but they're training minorities to be so-called good citizens so they could replace the not good citizens who are not doing the agenda of the state. And it doesn't take any skill to just stick a jab and fill out some paperwork.
I'm pretty sure it's like
clinic in Toronto. I count.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's I don't know. I wouldn't know. I never got it, but I'm pretty sure it's intramuscular, right? Like it's not IV. Like the nurse or whatever doesn't have to get it in your vein. Like they just fucking jab it in your arm, right?
They just jack it in. They don't even do the thing where they're supposed to like pull it back or whatever. You know, there's a specific thing they're supposed to do, but they never do it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking. There's a word for it. I don't know the name.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This lady is closing the
now
blinds.
they're shutting the blinds on a guy trying to film it. Like what? Why? You have it advertised to everybody that this is what you're doing. This is a slam dunk on the Vax Clinic, I think. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it reminds me of when they put the pizza boxes up on the voting booths or the in America for the election.
It's a lack of transparency from this side of the aisle as usual.
Lines on me. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 workers. She doesn't want me filming this for some reason. So 12 workers. I don't see anyone getting vaccinated here. Okay, this is a Vax clinic in Toronto. I count.
Sorry, I'm just
1, 2,
banning
3, 4,
some spam
5,
from my
6.
channel.
This lady is closing the blinds on me. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 workers.
Yeah. So, if you ever want to know why you're getting delayed with cancer treatment, why you can't find out what is going wrong with you in your body and you're getting put through the rigmarole in Canadian healthcare, it's because of this. Partially.
Yeah, a bunch of fucking blind closers paying tax dollars for bitches to close blinds.
Close blinds on you while they do nothing.
Yeah.
Well, 20 of them get paid God knows how much money to do nothing, to have no skills, except for putting a needle that could give people some serious damage that they know nothing about into little kids' arms and entice them into it. It's so sick. It's so fucking sick. And yet, you'll never know what's going on with your own body because they'll prescribe you SSRIs and damaging medication like that before they'll ever diagnose what is actually going on with you. And maybe it's low testosterone.
Fuck, don't even get me started. I hate our healthcare. I fucking hate it.
Right. But no, James Top, he's just a spoiled brat, right? He's running across the whole country because he's a conspiracy theorist, because he's white privilege, right? he has no legitimacy, right? No. Canadians are not allowed to leave this country. I'm still not allowed to leave the country. I'm sure I could probably do it if I tried, and like
take a fucking
the Americans
hike down
will not
Roxham
give
Road.
a fuck, right? Yeah, go down Roxham Road, and I'm sure we could figure out a way. But yeah, it's absolutely incredible, and they have a precedent to bring this stuff back at any time, and showing what people were able or what people were willing to go along with for a year and a half. They know what they're going to do next time when they do it. They'll have a new subvariant. They'll have a new virus. They'll have climate change, and people will fall for it.
Yeah.
So that's why we're going down there for Canada Day. And we need to make sure these things don't ever happen again. No federal mandates for any bullshit virus ever again. You don't have a reason to ever suspend people's rights. Rights to have their own business. They're trying to shut down the middle class. They're trying to shut down independent businesses.
Banking.
You don't have a right to freeze people's assets for supporting something politically that is nonviolent. You do not have the right to do that. This is why we are protesting. And this is why we won't stop. Now, James Top is doing it correctly. Veterans for Freedom is doing it correctly. They're trying to uphold a standard, uphold kind of like a credo that says, hey, we are doing this nonviolently. We oppose all federal mandates and all infringements upon the rights. I forget it with the exact wording or with the exact, ideology is of it, but, it's pretty obvious what we're going for here. Especially with Veterans for Freedom. We are not trying to overthrow the government or any bullshit that they're trying to throw our way to say that we are doing. No.
No, this isn't Marcus Ray gay fucking exotic dancer fed shit.
Okay, yeah. That's perfect, because we're going to talk about that right now. So we've been going for about an hour and a half now. I think we'll end this before the 2-hour mark, but we got to talk about this. So there's a Vice article, very prestigious news outlet, of course. They say conservative MPs met with anti-vaccine leaders inside Parliament as convoy plans to return to Ottawa. And they write, Canadian authorities are preparing for the imminent return of the anti-vaccine convoy, warning that increasingly violent rhetoric from extremist groups aligned with the movement could pose a threat to politicians, police, and civilians. Well, that sounds good. I would like a threat to be posed. What kind of threat? Well, one that's nonviolent, one that is purely peaceful and political. Protests planned for Canada Day already have Canadian policing agencies worried, according to an intelligence assessment shared with Vice World News. Now, what kind of intelligence is sharing their shit with Vice? I would question this intelligence. I would think it's probably Anti-Hate Network. Canadian Anti-Hate Network. Intelligence. I mean, creepers, lurkers, far left extremist agitators. Anyways, they say one convoy conspiracy influencer, an ex-stripper turned motivational speaker, has recently turned to telling crowds of cheering fans that the time for peaceful protest is over. A massive plan is at play, he vowed earlier this month, leading even some in the movement to worry that he could provoke violence with the police. Okay. Now, this is a new thing that they have going here. I'll show you. It's like a gay little fucking graph about violent narratives. So violent online narratives versus real world potential. So they made a gay little thing, and legitimate peaceful protests with IMVE presence is likely. And IMVE means ideologically motivated violent extremism. So they're saying that that's going to be a likely presence. Yeah, of course, people who say that violence might be a thing that's going to happen, especially when the state has a monopoly on violence. Oh, those people are going to be there that say, hey, we might need to fight against these people who are going to use violence against us no matter what they do. Oh, wow. Is that not like every society that's ever existed? Or every potential controversial protest that's ever existed? Wow. What a... Man, this graph is mind-blowing. I didn't know that was going to be likely. Okay, so what's possible is aggressive protesters, small-scale clashes. Sorry, I'm getting sheesh by the fucking whore. Okay,
no
sorry.
more White Claws.
I've only got a bit. Okay.
I don't know about you, but I'm down for IMCE, ideologically motivated comedy extremism.
Yeah, let's fucking go, man.
We do a little bit of joking, all right, Cesus? We do a little bit of joking.
So how do we do that? Do we get into Parliament with the weapons, and then we drop the weapons?
I think you unplugged your mic or something when you.
Oh shit! Hello?
Yeah, there you go.
Mic check. 1, 2, 3.
There you go. You
can be just like me. Do by Eminem.
So just for the record, you totally cut your mic right before your punchline. So you basically said you were gonna do something with weapons.
Oh, fuck. No. I said we're gonna do something with weapons, and then we're gonna drop them, and then now I'm gonna give you my tight 5.
There you go.
No weapons. Sorry, Caesars. Okay, I am definitely
comedic extremist.
Yeah, I'm definitely an IMCE, but very remote chance that I'm gonna overthrow the government if you look at the far right. Maybe my comedy might do it, but that's not my fault if people, take wind to what I'm saying and they think it's funny enough that they want to kill you. No, I didn't tell them to do it. If they want to kill all of you, that's not my problem, okay? It might be your fault for being so reprehensible. I'm just me. I just wear the Edgy D TV hat. I don't know what you want from me. Come on. My mic cut out at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Anyways, they say it's possible that aggressive protesters and small scale clashes with the police will happen. And it's also possible that an unsophisticated lone actor attack against authorities or a symbolic target or crowd or something. I don't know what they're trying to say here. But it sounds like some guy is going to hit somebody or something.
They're literally just setting the narrative for one of their like autistic Fed retards to like spurg out and murder people or something. Like,
and then unlikely violent occupation / storming of government buildings. Okay, so that's what we'll be getting into shortly. I'm not the one who's doing this. It's the male stripper Marcus Ray, but I have some good ideas and I have some good pointers for him if he wants to do this. So
this sounds
yeah. Anyways, this is fucking pure retardation. We don't need to go further into that. They're increasingly witnessing a culture in which individuals, including supporters of ideologically motivated violent extremism, IMVEs, feel that they could threaten, incite, and celebrate violence online without consequence. Oh boy, it's almost as if these politicians think that they could do whatever they want without consequence. Yet people pipe up about it, and then they're all the violent extremists, and they're the people that the news is going to talk about constantly, not the thousands of deaths by suicide that have happened by these unnecessary COVID lockdowns. No, it's all the people who are speaking up against it. You could gaslight people all you want. I mean, maybe it'll work, because maybe we just gotta go into the woods. Maybe we just gotta create our parallel societies. Don't worry, we'll poach as many people as we can on the way. And when your society crumbles, we will rise like a phoenix from the ashes. So, okay. In recent months, Vancouver-based Marcus Ray has tried to make himself into the new voice of the self-styled freedom movement, crisscrossing the country, giving speeches and doing interviews.
I'm sorry, but I don't think anything good comes out of Vancouver.
That's xenophobic, dude. That's xenophobic. Do you know what xenophobic means?
No.
It means racist against the Chinese.
That's not even my
what
point.
the fuck, scuffed playlist? You're
Ontario has like
hating against
Markham and
Vancouver?
stuff. Yeah, I'm hating against Vancouver because it's like a fucking drug-riddled shithole. Like,
okay, that's true. Yeah, that's probably worse.
Like, don't get me wrong.
The worst aspect of it.
I love my BC bros. There's good people in Vancouver, but
Yeah.
like the city
We're
of
shredding the gnar down Whistler
Yeah.
Mountain. Yeah.
the Vancouver area is like, it's a fucking shithole. Like, I see the pictures, bro. I see what goes on.
You mean you're not part of the fentanyl brigade?
No, and they like just fucking legalized it out there. To like,
I can't
2
believe
grams or whatever.
fentanyl is a thing. It's like a heroin wasn't bad enough. Now we
Yeah.
have like something that's like 10 times as bad.
Yeah, and they're making
it's
it
being
even worse.
normalized, and they're just crashing the economy while not doing anything to stop this fucking
Bro, it's
ravaging of our
100%.
society with fentanyl and drugs and homelessness.
It's 100% the Chinese getting back at us for the opium wars. That's what it is.
You think? Do you think that there's a
100%.
connection in BC with fentanyl and the presence of Chinese and whatever else, Asians, and just homeless white people fucking getting fucked up off of fentanyl, and whoever else getting fucked up off fentanyl? Do you think there's a direct connection?
You know, I'm not going to speculate because I'm actually not as familiar with the situation in Vancouver in Canada. I mean, it sounds plausible, but I do know in America, when Trump put the ban on fentanyl coming from China, all of it just ended up getting rerouted through Mexico.
He put a ban on fentanyl? You mean that fentanyl was not banned before that? What do you mean?
No. So what Trump did is he put not a ban, sorry. He put a big clamp down on China importing the fentanyl. Yeah. So, basically he was like, yo, G, stop fucking sending fentanyl over here. And then all they did was they just started like routing it through proxy through Mexico. Yeah.
So he did a clamp down, essentially. Wow.
Yeah, it was working for a bit. It was working for a bit.
Well, we have a super chatter from BC, apparently. $25. Thank you a lot, Mika Shrednick. He's saying, I meant to tip you for playing Eve of Destruction by Barry Maguire a couple streams ago. This is a great song. I love my 60s. 60s psychedelic songs are some of my favorite songs ever. But he never got around to it before. But thank you very much, Mika. It's very appreciated. And he says, yes. Cheers with some diagonalon salutes.
Let's go.
From BC. From the fentanyl capital of Canada. And the Chinese capital of Canada. So yeah,
base supporter from BC. Like I said, we have base bros out in BC. I'm not trying to be a BC hater.
Yeah. Alstern is saying Vancouver itself is fucked. Vancouver Island is good for the most part. So now we're getting more specific. I don't know. I don't think I've been to Vancouver. I've been to Edmonton multiple times because I have family there. But not Vancouver yet. I wish. I would love to go to Whistler and shred those mountains and hang out and party with and smoke the ganj with,
Isn't that where like the hot tub time machine fucking thing took place in like Banff or whatever?
I can imagine. That's in Alberta. Banff is in Alberta.
I thought you just said something about Edmonton or something. So I was like,
okay. Al Stern is saying anyone going to Ottawa this weekend should keep their phone batteries charged and their heads on a swivel. It's quiet. Too quiet. Be safe out there, friends. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good point. It's a good point going into what we're going to talk about now. So, this Marcus Ray character, like we're making jokes and, he's a former male stripper, but apparently he's like an expert level grifter and he's been involved with many like legal actions prior. Sorry, I got this. He's been involved with many legal actions prior. And yeah, he's a male exotic dancer. He's a male stripper. What the fuck? Like, what's going on with this guy? It seems very weird. It seems very suspect that he's also Fed posting now too. And he's convincing other people to Fed post. So in recent years, Ray has popped up at motivational seminars recounting his past life as a male exotic dancer and how a car accident convinced him to quit stripping. And since the occupation was cleared out in February 2022, Ray's speeches have taken a significantly more dark tone. And he goes on to say, we watched the way they committed violence against Canadian citizens, and we knew that peaceful protests one day were going to come to an end, sooner or later. You've got to come to a stand. And when you got to stand and not back up, no matter what they say. When it happens, these people are putting themselves at risk, huge, massive risks, but they're willing to do it. And we need to back us up is you. And what we need to back us up is you. We need witnesses. Okay, so it's not that bad so far. But he tells people for July 1st that he has big plans for what happens when he arrives, alongside another organizer, Christopher James Ray. And he claims that the two of them together have a big movement with each other. Now this guy, Christopher James Picard, I believe is his name. He's got a YouTube channel and a BitChute channel that is pretty like popular for Canadians. Do you know this guy?
No, anyone that has a prominent BitChute channel just sounds like a fucking lunatic to me.
Right. Well,
Okay, like I mean, I'm not.
Well,
I'm not
Jared
hating on
Taylor. I
BitChute.
watch all of Jared Taylor's videos on BitChute. Come
Yeah,
on.
same. And I love Jared Taylor. I'm just saying most people on BitChute tend to be like fucked.
Okay, Christopher James Picard has some anti-hate articles. He's pretty based from what I've seen, but he's one of these pseudo-legal constitutional guys who
Canada is a corporation.
Yeah, something like that. And then he's been ordered not to represent people in court anymore. So I've watched a couple videos from him and I'm like, okay, I agree with a lot of these things. He did an interview with this guy, Matt Arrett, who is a very good scholar on Canadian issues and like Canadian deep state. So I was like, okay, this is pretty good. This guy's kind of interesting. He has a channel though called A Warrior Calls, which is like, uh-oh. What are you talking about here? A Warrior Calls? Or what? What are you getting at? Are you Fed posting? Are you like, what level are you taking this to? You know, and the pseudo legal shit, man. The pseudo legal shit. I'm just gonna say it. You got these guys like, what's that other fucking guy? Dean something. You know what I'm talking about? Dean Clifford. Yeah, Dean Clifford. Okay, yeah. These guys, they say that they have like a magical solution to everybody's problems when it comes to being a patriot in Canada. But what it really sounds like is that they spent a couple of years in jail after fighting the system with their pseudo-legal shit. And then, yes, they might be right on some technicalities, but ultimately, the law is going to do whatever they want to do. And the wins that they get in the end, they tout to other people and they get other people to get involved with. A lot of these wins that they claim to have are because this guy already spent 2 years in jail. And then after that, they don't want to deal with him anymore. So they just ignore him. It's like, we already put this guy in jail for 2 years. Why do we want to deal with his like tax avoiding bullshit anymore? Right? So you have these kind of things and these miscommunications. Like, okay, yeah, maybe it is a good idea that you're boycotting taxes. Like that sounds like a legitimate protest to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
should just all stop paying our taxes, bro.
You got to get everybody involved in that if you're going to do it. Like, and if he's just convincing random other people to do it, they're going to get screwed over. And that's the problem, right? So that's the problem with these pseudo-legal things. It's just like, okay, maybe it worked for you because they already threw you in jail and now they don't want to deal with you through the court systems anymore because they know you're trouble. But other people aren't going to, like, the same thing is going to happen to other people if you tell them to do that. Right? So I think this Christopher James Picard guy or whatever his name is, this A Warrior Calls guy might be one of those guys. But I think his content is pretty decent. Yeah, he makes some good points. He's based in Red Pill from what I've seen. So yeah, they've deputized themselves as constitutional sheriffs. That's another key point. So
oh, I know who this is. I know this now.
Okay, and then they talk about that meeting or whatever, and how Veterans for Freedom, one of the people involved with it, Tom Quiggin, is against this. He thinks that they're possibly plants, especially Marcus Ray. So now I want to show you one thing. We're about nearing the end of the stream, but I think this was a pretty important and interesting conversation, and I think Chris Guy really nailed it here. I know a lot of us don't like Chris Guy, but I think this is Chris Guy in peak form.
Don't mind too. I'd like to have.
You have to think, why can't he be like this more often? Because he's talking some motherfucking sense here. So it seems as if Marcus Ray and he's getting this James Picard guy too, a warrior calls, to get about 1,000 or so patriots standing outside of Parliament while Marcus Ray or the other guy goes and delivers this legal document to, I don't know, I guess the government, that they have to submit to it, and they're just going to stand outside with no weapons and not let anyone come or go until their will is enacted upon Parliament. And this is Chris Guy calling him and secretly or like covertly recording it, trying to get some clarity and transparency about this to the rest of the public, because he probably is starting to think that Marcus Ray is a fucking fed. Which, like, what the fuck is going on here? This Marcus Ray guy, of a former male stripper involved with multiple grips, just comes out of nowhere after the February Freedom Convoy. A fucking male stripper? What qualifications do you have for boog? Like, are these all these fucking guys gonna come in and like all these 1,000 guys that you say are gonna come unarmed?
Bro, they're just gonna dance on TikTok or in front of Parliament.
Right, it's no better than the abortion. Like, 7 dances you could do to stop Roe v. Wade. We're gonna have like this Christopher James Warrior Calls guy is gonna go in with his demands to Parliament. They're gonna laugh at him, and then all like these 1,000 soldiers of Marcus Ray are gonna be male strippers. They're gonna come in. They're gonna storm into Parliament naked in like Speedos or something. They're gonna drop the Speedos. And they're gonna start fucking, I don't know, they're gonna do the helicopter?
Yeah,
they're gonna fucking meat spin in Parliament? What the fuck is a male stripper? What qualifications do you have to book? Or are we gonna meat spin in Parliament? That actually might be kind of base, because what are you gonna do? You're gonna shoot rubber bullets at the guys who are whipping their cocks around and fucking... You might be able to deflect a couple rubber bullets if your cock is big enough, and you could fucking... you know, if you have good girth and cock control.
They're gonna take back Parliament with helicopter swings and Romans.
Yeah, bro. And Romans? Hell yeah. Fuck. No, the cocks are doing Romans. Their cocks will go sideways. Like, instead of going straight up, they're gonna go sideways and up. That's how the cocks are gonna go. They're gonna fucking get hard sideways and up, and then they're gonna spin and they're gonna fucking deflect all the rubber bullets. Oh, there's gonna be at least multiple, like, for every 10 guys that come in, there's gonna be somebody holding a giant speaker, and they're gonna play "You Spin Me Right Round." You spin me right round, baby, right round. And they're just going to be deflecting all the rubber bullets. Dude, they're not even going to be able to show it on TV, but they'll have to because it's so scandalous. Just cocks flying everywhere and rubber bullets, and Marcus Ray is just... Okay, you know what?
That's enough cock talk.
Yeah, you know what? I was down with the Bernier James Top part of the protest, but you know, that what's it gonna do? It's like, you know, the virgin Terry Fox wannabe versus the Chad meat spinner in Parliament. Okay, you know what? I'm done with all these little... Like, if we're gonna do a fucking publicity stunt, let's go all the way. Right?
I don't even know where you're at with this now.
I'm down with Marcus Ray, man. I'm gonna be fucking meat spinning in Parliament. Mark my words, Cesis. I'm coming with Pebbles, too. Pebbles, the known criminal. He's gonna be meat spinning with me, too.
Holy fuck.
We're coming for you. Alright. Well, let's see what Chris Guy has to say. Sorry, I take it all of it back. Everything I said was a satire. I need to hear what...
It's just IMCE.
It's ideologically motivated comedic extremism. Exactly. The guy with the pit vipers knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I need to hear Chris Guy's opinion first because, he's the guy who's supplying me with my trenbolone. So I need to take his opinion first before I run off with Marcus Ray and do the meat spin. Okay? So far I'm with Chris Guy and, Veterans for Freedom and Raging Dissident and all those guys. I'm a dagger. So far my cock goes up and to the left. This is my cock. I'm not meat spinning yet.
I heard the women really like it when it's like that.
When it's
yeah.
Diaga cock.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like it. It's like a key. They have to I don't know.
It hits the right spot.
It hits all the right, the vagina is like a padlock. You gotta have a Diaga cock to get into it and turn all the right buttons or whatever.
It's a diagonal.
I'm not a locksmith. I don't know the shit. Fuck. Let's hear what Chris Guy has to say.
I'd like to have a talk, just you and Chris. I know Chris, if you talk to Christopher James about me, he'll be willing. No, I know, but I'd love to talk to all
so
three
this
of us.
guy
Have a
is sketched
conversation
out.
once,
He's
I'd
like,
love to be able to
why is
support
this
the
guy?
idea.
Why do I sound like I'm on speakerphone?
They can't make it seem illegal. They can't make it seem like we're doing anything terroristic, etc., etc.
I don't see how they can make it be terroristic when it's just Canadian people asking for justice.
The only thing I'm worried about is if you get into a stalemate situation where Christopher James and his team are correct and they go in there with all the right paperwork and you get some fucking corrupt ass judge that basically tells you to go fuck yourself because they think they can, and then they call in a heavy armed presence, and then you have a heavy armed presence who's unlawfully protecting these fucking scumbags, and that riles up the thousands and thousands of people outside, and they try to go inside. And if you have thousands and thousands of people outside and they try to go inside, they're going to call that a terroristic occupation, and then they're going to try to arrest everybody involved.
Okay, if you understood the setup, you'd realize that thousands and thousands of people outside cannot go inside.
No, they can't, but...
What I'm talking about is 5,000. But listen for me. What I'm talking about is there's 5,000 sheriffs and deputies sworn in to covering that building, which means no civilians are getting past us either. No one's going in there. We're simply saying that it's time for Canadians.
But if you don't let people in and out, they're going to say that you're blockading or sieging the building, and that's another terroristic act.
Chris, at some point, you've just got to say enough's enough, and you've got to be willing to go down for it. They're going to have to kill us. They're literally going to have to kill every one of us. That's the 5,000 we've got. It took months to get them. Months.
5,000.
People from across Canada, ex-police.
This guy has 5,000 people.
If that doesn't sound
I
like
barely
TED
even heard.
Talk, I don't know what is.
I've barely even heard of this guy aside from the rage clowning on him and Veterans for Freedom saying he's a fed. And apparently he's got 100,000 followers on TikTok, but none of them are into what he's talking about now. He doesn't promote this kind of shit. Like, what? This is purely something that they drummed up, and it only got into a Vice magazine article. That's how poor it was. That's how piss poor it was.
Yeah, sorry, bro, but I'm not dying for some meat-swinging exotic dancer.
Yeah. Sorry, this meat spin thing is sounding less appealing each second that I hear this, okay? I was down for a fucking IMCE attack of meat spinning the parliament, but now this guy just seems like a fed. Like, I'm gonna be the guy. We're gonna get there. 5,000 guys, and I'm gonna be the only guy whipping my cock out. And then I'm gonna be the guy on the news, and then I'm gonna get arrested for indecent exposure, but like a trumped up charge, like like a new charge, indecent exposure with intent to commit sedition. Like, I was just doing it was just a regular meat spin. And then, I'm not going to get the Tamara Litz treatment where they're like, oh, she's arrested? She's not arrested. Oh, she's arrested again? Oh my goodness, we need to simp for her. Are they going to simp for Edgy? Are you going to simp for me when I whip my cock out?
I think it's a hard no.
It's a soft no, because you gotta keep it soft if you want to have a good whip. If you want to that whip and that nay or whatever they call it, the kids call it.
The problem is if they are of that mindset and they are ready to die, as you say, and they have no weapons in their hand, the police will just start shooting them with rubber bullets. And then what's going to happen? They're not going to die. They're going to get angry and they're going to start fighting back. And then we're going to have exactly what the government wants. We're going to have an embroiled, violent confrontation, whether they're armed or not. And they're going to be able to make us look like the bad guys.
It's a good point. He's making good points.
Yeah, no, Chris guy's literally making the right point for sure. Like, very, very.
What do you
clear
say
thinking.
about this? Yeah, it's
like,
very uncharacteristic. I'm used to watching Chris Guy having like a fucking freak out on somebody.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'd say this looks really good on Chris Guy.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
We're going in there in full uniform to serve and protect on our shield.
Wait, they have shields. Remember when Patriot Front came into Idaho? Idaho was the place where you're allowed to bring guns to a protest. They came into a U-Haul wearing shields and shin guards. They had one smoke grenade, I believe, and all 31 of them got arrested for conspiracy to riot. Now, I don't think that'll hold up because that sounds retarded. And, they're doing what they were doing, but I don't think they were conspiring to riot. I think that they were just had adequate stuff to defend themselves, just like every armed citizen who came to that thing. But because they were organized, and because these guys are organized, and it's Canada, you can't do anything. Canada, Randy Hillier has like 10 charges for like being there and being like pretty based.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, what do they think is gonna happen here? Like, you gotta be smarter than that.
There's...
Even though those are all defensive.
And it's bullshit. He doesn't have 5,000 people. Marcus Ray has 5,000 people.
Yeah, hard doubt.
Yeah.
Gear, everything that you're mentioning is defensive gear. When they use it for optics for the media spin that 95% of the friggin' stupid population watch, they're going to say you look like a militarized, organized force that's coming there to instill fear and try to intimidate and try to coerce people to give in to your demands. Because basically that's what they're going to say. They're going to say you have a list of demands, and they're going to say your number one demand is that you're trying to force the government into court, and they're going to try to say you're trying to overthrow the government. You're going to say we're just trying to hold the government accountable, and we're going to try to rein in corruption, which is true, and I don't disagree with you at all. But they're going to say that you guys are a militarized force there to instill fear and intimidate and to try to coerce people to give in to your political demands, which by definition is terrorism.
Okay.
That's what they're going to say.
Jonathan Ferguson is asking who is he talking to. He's talking to Marcus Ray, who's the former male stripper, who is talking to another Canadian podcaster influencer, and this Marcus Ray guy claims to have thousands of patriots ready to stand out front of Parliament while him and another guy go and give, I guess, their demands to Parliament in a legal document. And that they're not going to let anybody in or out until they're legitimately, they're made legitimate, essentially. So Chris Guy is pushing back, being like, this guy's a fucking fed. I want to get everyone in on this call together for transparency, and he's going to record it and show it to the world, which I think was the right thing to do.
Yeah, I'm really happy that Chris Guy did this. This is very good of This is very good that Chris
Right.
guy did this.
And we're making jokes about like we're gonna go storm Parliament and do the meat spin because it's like a fucking former male stripper, hardcore grifter with multiple legal actions against him for God knows what. I don't even need to look at it, but I know it's bad. And he comes out of nowhere after the first Freedom Convoy, and he's talking like vague senses of violence, saying like, oh well, we got to stand up for our rights somehow, and I've got thousands of people ready to storm it. And he's like talking with people like Christopher James Picard or whatever, who he does have a sizable YouTube channel and following, and was a presence at the Freedom Convoy, and Chris Sky, and Chris Sky is catching wind to it. And I think the other guy too, the Chris James guy, also knows what's going on. I want to see what he says about it too, but Chris Guy does a good job here. Yeah.
If they could make Ottawa look like terrorism when it was fucking bouncy castles and people having barbecues in the street and everybody lovey-dovey playing ice hockey.
Hang on a sec, hang on.
Yeah.
Okay, there?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on, because for some reason it's blasting my fucking ear right now. Hang on a sec. My speaker.
Sorry.
So now they have boomer tech, and it's unclear.
No, it's not you, but
It's unclear whether this guy's trying to figure out why he's putting him on speakerphone and potentially recording him, or if he's just actually having boomer tech issues himself. So it's kind of a weird thing that happens here.
it's the phone. I switched you back on to signal, and now the fucking thing is just, it won't come off of speaker, is what I'm saying. I can't get it off speaker.
So I don't know what's going on here. I'm thinking this guy might be catching wind. Like, why am I on? Like, he said something about speakerphone, and then Chris Guy's like, "What are you talking about?" Right? So.
Okay, there.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna say. Playing barbecues in the shovey, playing.
Hang on a sec. Hang on.
Yeah.
Okay, there.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on, because for some reason it's blasting my fucking ear right now. Hang on a sec.
Right? He's trying to fish to see why he's on speaker.
Sorry.
Oh no, it's not you, but it's the phone. I switched you back on to signal, and now the fucking thing is just, it won't come
He
off.
switched him back on to signal.
I can't get it off speaker.
Okay, I don't know. That might be a thing.
We're just going in Daniel's house, so hang on a second.
Yeah.
Oh, there, I got it now. Okay, now talk.
As I was saying, if they can make Ottawa, which was the most peaceful protest of all time, look like such an act that they needed to invoke an Emergency War Measures Act, imagine how easy it will be to do something way more militarized and way more violent against us if they show friggin' video footage of guys in friggin' military-style uniforms all lined up like friggin' a force with shields and everything, looking like a riot squad ready to go up against a riot squad. That'll justify every action that they've already taken and justify even more draconian measures against us.
So some pretty good points. I don't think having the male stripper leading the revolution is going to be effective, and I don't think that would come to fruition at all, though, in the first place.
Yeah.
I think it's like a preemptive thing where if he could have got Chris Guy on board, and Chris Guy was stupid enough to take the bait on that, and they all like doubled down on it all, then they would say, "Oh, look what these guys are going to do," right?
I think even the intention of going would have been enough to smear a lot of people.
Right. So I think that what they did here was good, and it like fed up, unsuccessful. I still might go in and meet spin in Parliament.
No, I think the
that will be a
opposite-
lone wolf. That will be a lone wolf attack, if anything. All right. Well, I think that's near about the end of this stream. I think we've got our attack plans in for Parliament. Obviously, IMCEs, not IMVEs, right? As you stated.
Yes, I'm your comedic stream attorney.
Yes, it's all illegal. It's all illegal.
Yeah.
Zevex Demise says, Edgy, they will give you the Order of Canada for doing a meat spin on Canada Day. You homo. Why do you assume that's homosexual? There's plenty of women out there that would just love to see my meat spin. And you're just assuming it's all guys that are my audience. You know, I believe that my demographics are at least like 20% women. So, whatever. Bro. You could just look away. Alstern is saying the building is going to be empty anyway. Canada Day is a stat holiday. Yeah, I don't know how any of this actually works. So, somebody's got to direct me to the right place to do my meat spin, or else it's going to be a fucking epic fail. All right. So, there's only one song that we could play this out to. There's only one song that's going to get us hyped up to do what we need to do when we get to Parliament. So, I don't know. I'm not going to say anything about when I'm going or what I'm going to be doing, but this is going to be the hype for that. Now, thank you, everybody on Entropy, for coming out and chilling out there. Thank you very much to Mika for giving me that $25 super chat. Really appreciated. Shouts out to BC. You're more than just the fentanyl brigade of Canada. Well, I don't know if you're more than that, but there's some good people there. I could say that at the very least.
Hey, they have cocaine and heroin there too.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Imagine like we're at the state now where it's just like, oh, heroin based. At least it's not fentanyl. At least it's not like 10 times as worse. What, your junkies do heroin? Wow, what are you, like a privileged or something? Soft, bro. Bro, I watched a guy do fentanyl once, and he told us, if I start nodding out, splash water on me. Oh, what a fun drug that sounds like, buddy. Like, what the fuck? Man. All right. Well, have a good night, everybody. I'll see you next Tuesday night. Hopefully, I'll have my new setup. I'll actually be in a different location, a different semi-permanent location at that point. So I'll do another show then, and I'll give you a recap of what happened over the week and new shit. I'm sure that we'll have storm parliaments with our cocks. And if I'm arrested, then I won't be back. So if I get bail and the video's out there, I'll make sure to play it on repeat and see how many meat spins you could take before you're officially gay. Because that's how meat spin works. If you've ever seen, go type in meat spin on Google, please. Anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about, type in meat spin. And I'll see you guys next week, okay? Thank you so much, Scuff Loyalist, for coming out.
No
impromptu. You just came randomly, and it was like, okay.
Just here to bull.
Yeah, here to bull, here to moss, here to fucking rock out with our cocks out. All right, have a good night, everybody.